Well, hello there. Hello. Welcome back to another stream. Quick start. Okay, so I have adjusted today. We should be in 1440p, so I'm just going to check that and make sure we're good before anything else. Yeah, we're good. Nice. Cool, no problems. That's what I like to see. Hey, what's up, Epic? Hope you're doing good, man. We miss you. We all miss you. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Epic. Surviving, you know? Getting there? Good to know, Epic. Oh, wrong button. Also, wrong button. No, I don't want to subscribe. Go away. Nobody wants to subscribe. Alright. So, Sith Inquisitor story. I think it's Nar Shaddaa before Balmorra, right? Which is first, Nar Shaddaa or Balmorra? I genuinely don't remember. I'm going to have to look at the planets. No new content in game yet. I think Eric was talking about something and something was mentioned about nothing else this year, I think. I don't know, I'm paraphrasing there. I could be a little bit wrong, but I don't think anything new is coming this year. Yeah, it's got to be Balmorra 16 to 20, right? Yeah, things are going pretty good with the channel, right? Things are going pretty well. The dogs are barking, as usual. We decided to go with the channel rename, as you might be able to tell, which I think is, honestly, I think it's for the best. It's not restricting us, because we're staying Star Wars. Like, I don't think that's going to stop. Like, at any point. I don't think at any point I'm just going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to start making videos about nature now. I think it's going to be Star Wars the entire time, so I think it's a good name. It keeps central, which is the most important thing, because I feel like the central part of the name is the most important part, right? I would just keep central, like just the word central, but it doesn't really make it relevant search-wise, so yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you agree, man. Glad you agree. Hey, what's up, Staffis? Yes, I'm going to talk to Zash now. I just don't like to talk over the cutscenes, I'm sorry. I'm actually going to be using some of these cutscenes in the video, so that's kind of why I need to not talk over them, and not have the loading screens load so quickly. God damn it. I think somebody did use Star Wars Central before, but no idea where they are now, so press F in chat.
Is that you, apprentice? Excellent. You've arrived safely on Balmorra, I see. Now, I hope you're ready to work. I've got a good idea of where the ancient artifact is on Balmorra, but it's not pleasant.
What exactly does this entail?
Yes, well, let's just say circumstances have changed since Tulak Horde hid his artifact. Tulak Horde hid his artifact in a vault on Balmorra, one that was later converted by the Balmorrans into a toxic waste storage facility. But the vault was hit badly in the last war. It's now a crater filled with toxic waste. Your artifact is at the bottom.
I'll just get some diving gear and go.
If only it were that simple. I'm afraid the waste would kill even you, my apprentice. But try making contact with the Imperial Resources Officer here on Balmorra, Major Bessica. Bessica knows the planet, and he may even have a few good ideas.
Yeah, epic. Like, the entirety of the animation catalog It's just stock animations that they got off Mixima or something. It's just like the occasional hand gesture, the occasional head movement, and then the occasional chin stroke, and then that's about it. That's like every animation in the Old Republic. How's it going for Kako? I see you're not agreeing with the Old Republic sentiment here.
You want me to work with an Imperial?
Those who succeed without the Force make up for what they lack with a certain resourcefulness. Don't write Berserker off. The Empire has its hands full coping with a violent Balmoran uprising. Officially, they're a grassroots militia. Secretly, they have the Republic's full backing. I've informed Major Berserker of the Republic's involvement, so he'll be better equipped to assist you. No doubt the Republic's hounds will get in your way.
Republic or Resistance, it makes no difference to me.
The Republic may claim to be virtuous, but they have a well-oiled military machine. These are not farmers waving sticks. But the war is secondary to the artifact. Retrieve the artifact and try to be discreet. We don't want the entire Sith Order chasing our prize.
Nice. Right, so let's untrack the Nashidar mission for now. I had a look on Steam charts and there's like 2,000 people playing the game right now. Hey, was it Ironic? Yeah, just got to get through the Sith Inquisitor. I think I'm just going to get all the way through it, to be fair, because... yeah, I'll just push the video forward for it, because we're doing Chem Val explained, then we're doing Lord Zash explained, like, basically immediately after, if not at the same time. And then we've got the Sith Inquisitor explained, which people wanted, actually. So that's going to be an interesting one. And since we're going so far through for Zash, we might as well do the Inquisitor, right? At the exact same time. It all makes sense. Unpopular opinion, the agent storyline is overrated. Somebody ban that guy. Ban that guy right now. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But if you'd have said the consular, then you would have been banned. That is an unpopular opinion, though. But fair enough. We respect it. There's still a bunch playing on normal launcher. I want to believe that. I really want to believe that. But then you look at games like Warframe. Like, Warframe is on every console and like 4 different platforms on PC. But you look at its Steam charts and it's got over 30,000 players, like even right now. So where do we draw the line? How do we compare this, right? There's no way to tell. I feel like there's probably more people playing on Steam than what there is on the actual launcher. I bet that's an unpopular opinion. We're gonna run everywhere like a noob, like the good old days. People are still having subscription problems with Steam. How are people still having that issue? You link your account, and then it works. The only time it doesn't work is when you don't link your account. Maybe epic.
There's something of great value in one of the hazard vaults. The one that was blown open. I heard you could help.
Ah, who's this? Sith. We don't often get Sith on Balmorra. It's a real pleasure. I have a son on Korriban, you know. It's a tough war you're walking into. We're fixing blasters with adhesive tape. But we'll help you any way we can. Now, let's see. A blown
There's the
open
strange
vault.
chin stroke. Jesus.
Captain, do we still have those pumps?
Sir, if this is the vault I think it is, it won't be that easy. The fumes alone have put men in the medical center.
I need to get to the bottom of that pit.
We need some way to make this pit less deadly. Tell me, Captain, is there nothing that can survive the toxic waste?
Well, nothing grows there, sir. But there are the colicoids.
Colicoids? What do those bugs want with toxic waste?
Food, sir. Our surveillance satellites have recorded them feeding on the toxic waste. We suspect they've been designed to eat it.
Why would they be designed to eat waste?
It does seem like a strange thing to do, Captain.
It's a guess. The toxic waste resistance may have been an unintended result. Or the Balmoran scientists were insane.
Is there a point in all of this?
If these creatures were created by science, there has to be a way to replicate the experiment. There must be a way for you to take on the colicoid's resistance, so you can enter the vault. Captain, where were these creatures created?
Well, I can't say for sure, but there's a research lab not far from here that was overrun with colicoids as soon as the Balmorans abandoned it. But the colicoids are vicious creatures. Just one of them tore apart a whole squad.
I can't afford to make excuses. I need the information in that lab.
I'm sorry, Sith. We don't have the numbers to deal with these things. But if you can get into that lab, we'll get you into that toxic pit.
Sir, even if we find out what causes this resistance, we don't have the...
We'll worry about that later. Right now, our Sith friend has to get into that lab and find out what the Balmorans did to those creatures.
I've actually not played the original Deus Ex game. I have one of them on Steam. Which one is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This one. Deus Ex Human Revolution. I have 4.5 hours playtime on it. So I tried it out like years ago. I don't know which number that one is, but it was okay, like a stealth game. It reminded me of like a James Bond game. You're just a cold-blooded murderer. You enjoy killing him, didn't you? We're actually gonna go for the neutral ending, hopefully. Shit, I'm in Dark 1. That's not good. I need to make some light side choices. Good God. Neutral, boring. I'm trying to get the name at the end. Darth Oculus. Unsure on that one, Calig. We'll see how it pans out, right? Also, why Big Chungus Inquisitor? I'm not sure, you know. Oh wait, Bane Sorcerer, of course. This is one of the Darth Bane characters I used. So that's why. He's technically Darth Bane, but he's not Darth Bane because he's the Inquisitor.
Travel route is confirmed.
The first one is way older. How much older? Like a lot older. But you didn't play Bane. Get out. I did in some other videos. Don't forget, I did the Path of Destruction videos before you joined the team to help out with in-game acting. My give up. Madness is greater than lightning. I agree. Madness is awesome. There are videos on my YouTube channel of me playing Madness Sorcerer in PvP in like 4.0. It's really interesting. You go back and watch it and you see like really low numbers being hit, but there were really high numbers at the time. So it's confusing to watch. Because you're like, I'm doing awful. Wait, this was 5 years ago. Wait, do I need to be down there? Is that where I need to be? Where do I need to be right now? Up there? In there, do you think? Down there? My Inquisitor needs one of those like levitate abilities or something so I can get down here. I don't understand why we don't have that yet, to be fair. They've copied just about everything else from World of Warcraft. Why can't they just copy that as well? Fair enough, Calig. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't think they did work that out properly, did they, Fakaka? Good to see you, by the way, Fakaka. Yeah. Looting this currency would put you over the cap. Underworld Syndicate plans? Are these things legacy bound? The Underworld Syndicate plans? Yes, they are. Interesting. Yeah, well, can't be asked to do it. I should be allowed to use Force Lightning while moving. When are we getting Barris Mountain? I have no idea, but I would like to know too. Yeah, never, Fakaka. Probably never. Sup, Cameron? Scientists, collocoids, yada yada yada. Return to Major Bessica. We did get off Arthur. Yeah, that's true. Man, I need to get to my cargo hold or something, right? I'm good, thank you, Cameron. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. I'm wondering why they didn't make a 16-man version of the new operation. It is literally the very first time, I'm pretty sure this is the first time anyways, that they have never released a 16-man mode alongside the 8-man mode. It's unheard of. It's unfair. It's never been done in the history of the Old Republic. Yeah, that is strange though. I mean, it kind of makes sense a little bit, because it's like them admitting to the fact that their 16-player content is not optimized well and doesn't perform very well. So they're like, hey, yeah, just do it 8-man. Yeah, just do 8-man. Or maybe it's like a silent nod at the fact that they know people aren't playing operations, therefore they're not going to develop an aspect of content that won't be replayed, which is probably the likely scenario here, I reckon. They did confirm, like 4 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago now, that less than 5% of the players replay operations. Actually, I said that wrong. It's not less than 5%. It is not within the top 5 of replayed content at endgame. That is the accurate quote. My apologies. Old Malgus is greater than post-Kotfi Malgus. Yeah? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure. Take a seat.
Major, if we don't get those supply vehicles, My men are working on it, sir, but until that shipment of plasteel I requested 3 months ago comes in...
I don't care. Tear it off the walls if you have to.
Tear it off the walls if you have to.
Is there anything wrong?
Don't worry about the Colonel. He's loud and impatient, but we all are these days. What with a supply shortage. Now, did you manage to find anything out of the lab? Captain Ilun and I have been doing our own research, but we haven't discovered much.
There were bugs, bugs and more bugs.
I hope the colicoids didn't give you too much trouble. Have a look at this, Captain. I can't make head or tail of it.
This confirms our suspicions. The colicoids were being mutated to clean up the waste, and it looks like the chemical mutagen they were using could theoretically work.
Well, that's it. That's our solution, right? We just replicate this chemical mutagen.
He was very happy
Sir,
just then.
There's a problem. Our chief scientist defected to the Republic a few months back. We can't begin to replicate, let alone test the serum without him.
Have there been a lot of defections?
Lately, yes. Of course, the defectors' bodies usually turn up a few weeks later in a ditch somewhere.
Any idea how they end up that way?
That's classified. We have intelligence that Janos Tirek, our chief scientist, is alive and on Balmora, in a Republic research base out near the toxic lakes. You find this scientist, you subdue him, my men will bring him back, and we'll get you your chance to swim in toxic waste.
Okay then.
Consider it done.
Oh, and Sith, hurry back. I just got word that my son passed his trials on Korriban and is on his way to Balmora. I don't want you to miss him.
Not gonna happen, Cameron. I'd love for it to happen, but it won't. It is... This isn't just me being negative, by the way. It is literally impossible right now, with current technology, to improve this game. It is literally impossible. They're using a very old game engine, and they've changed it so much to the point where it's no longer even recognizable as the hero engine. And everybody who actually made the game and changed it from the start many years ago, they don't work on this game anymore. So they've left incompetent people who don't know how to program the game properly, and that's why we get a new expansion launch with 200 bugs. Over 200 bugs, actually. That's literally what happened. And it is very unfortunate. Very, very, very unfortunate. There was actually a dev interview, a blog post, I forget which website, but it's one of the previous developers basically confirming many of those things about the engine. Ah, Nightbot, one day you will shut up about that command. You think the story went on a downfall after KOTOR? They definitely missed some opportunities with the Zildrog stuff, because that could have been an interesting expansion. Or even just like content update.
My men are working as fast as they can. The factory's going full steam. What more do you want? Here we do weapons right, or we don't do them at all. You wouldn't be here otherwise.
You have your extension.
Oh yeah, same, Cameron.
If there's another delay, your know-how won't
I'm
stay.
glad you've noticed. Not many people do notice that. But you're right, they don't market the game very well. And then when they do, when they actually try some marketing for once, like releasing a cinematic trailer, they go ahead and back that up with the shit show that we got that was Legacy of the Sith. You don't understand how people can play the same story over and over. It's this thing called replayability. Like, obviously, you can play a story 3 or 4 or 5 different times over, and you can level up different ways, play different missions, play different stories that only that particular class has access to, go for different romance options, see alternative endings. All of these are usually much more preferable to gamers, like, versus wanting to just watch it on YouTube or something, if that makes sense. Anyways, I'm only really doing this because I need to make a video, so there we go. Justify myself replaying the story.
Well, I should have known
Welcome, by the way.
Jessica wouldn't let me go without a fight, but sending a Sith seems a bit like overkill. Are you here to kill me, or are you going to torture me first?
Ah, man, I can't make any dark side choices. Dude, it is your lucky day.
Come peacefully and no one gets hurt.
I risked my life to defect to the Republic. You think you can scare me into returning? There are fates worse than death, and being an Imperial scientist is one of them.
Watching as I make a necklace from your entrails is another.
I won't go back to that place. You don't know what it's like. We're not expected to be men. We're machines, slaving day in and day out. No intellectual freedom, no creativity. I'm tired of building killing machines. I want to do some good for humanity. I can't go back there.
I can promise you, I'm not trying to build a killing machine.
I know better than to believe the promises of a Sith. You'll have to kill me. I'll never return to the Empire willingly.
Do this one thing for me, and I promise to get you back to the Republic.
You're serious, aren't you? What kind of a Sith are you, anyway? Okay, I'll go. But I'm holding you to your promise. I can't be away from my research here for long. We're working on a new field medical technology. Nothing special, not even classified. Here, you should try one of these.
Sith, Major Bessica sent us in after you to collect the scientist.
Take him, but don't hurt him.
Of course, we'll see you back at Sobrik.
Don't you think the way that he said that was actually quite sarcastic? It was almost as if the voice actor was questioning the line. Take him, but don't hurt him? Brilliant. Like, my Inquisitor said it, but he didn't want to say it. And I feel that. Because I didn't want to say it. But I had to. Because I can't make any dark side choices right now.
Sith, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm sure you're very busy. Congratulations, by
I
the
agree,
way.
Mario.
I heard
That's
that
awesome.
you found our scientist. We'll whip up that serum and get you into that toxic waste pit in no time. But there's a problem, and I need your help.
Just have the serum ready for me.
You'll get your serum, but you need to help me. It's my son. He arrived shortly after you left for the research facility, but then he went after some holocron, he called it. A few minutes ago, I got what I think was a distress call from him. He's in trouble.
Do you know where he is?
We narrowed the origin of the distress call to an abandoned building near the Republic crater outpost. I'm guessing the Republic's captured him, which means a lot of fighting to free him. Good luck.
Alright, we're neutral. Oh God, Cameron, don't say that.
At your service, my lord.
Touch some wood right now. Hell yeah, Mario. It is the KOTOR enthusiast dream to some extent, right? Wait, this isn't where I needed to be. Why am I here?
At your service, my lord. Travel route is confirmed.
I agree, Milosh. I agree. Yeah, it must be bugged or something. Hope you're doing good, by the way, Sammy. I hear the Grand Moff is calling me Malgus the Betrayer. Tell me, did my deception sting? Malgus is such a badass. He's a badass mofo. Hey, what's up, Brianna? How you doing? How you doing? No, he is stupid. So stupid. You guys should check out the Malgus book. The Malgus book is his peak, to be honest. It's great. I have no idea on that, Milosh. Balmora doesn't. And it's only got one instance. I go the wrong way. Where am I going? Right here. Yeet. Wow. That's just cheating, bro. Right, where's this door? Is that it? Seriously? Seriously? Get him, Kem. Balmora used to be full. Maybe. You just finished a smuggler story, Malcolm? Yeah, that one's a good one. Oh no, what will I do? Wow. Wow. Yeet. Kem? Kem? What the fuck was that, Kem? Bro, you're on your own. You're such a dumbass. Playing on Darth Malgus. Kem was going crazy because he's hungry. Yeah. Just yeeted him off the edge and Kem was like, whoa, what are you doing? That's good food. Oh, brilliant. Very well written indeed. You want me to show my in-game graphic settings? Sure. So full screen windowed, 2560 by 1440, frame rate 200, refresh rate 165, and then everything maxed basically, except visible character limit. Everybody should have that on low. Because one of the places where you'll get the most lag is like the fleet, Imperial fleet, that sort of place. You get a lot of that stuttering when you're just running around. So turn that down to low, and then that helps. But everything else is fine. It's negligible difference between highest and lowest settings. Or at least it is on my PC.
The old man sent you for me, didn't he? He must have gotten my distress signal. I guess the old fool's still good for something. You're the Sith he's told me so much about, aren't you?
Where was this advice 10 years ago? But that's always been advice, right? Surely.
The sooner we get this done, the better.
I'm just glad I don't have to take orders from the old man. Now get me out of here.
Yeah, the Force Storm ability is awesome. However, I still wish it was done in the same way it was done in KOTOR. So, you know, like in Knights of the Old Republic, you just put your hand in the air and you would just zap everything within range of you. I wish the Sorcerer did it the same way. So you would just put your hand in the air, an AoE would appear underneath you, and you would just zap everyone around. That would have been way cooler. Obviously what we have now is still cool, but that would have been cooler. Just saying.
Your father said you were after a very special item.
Figures he'd go blabbing about it. But I guess the damage is done. My master sent me here for a holocron the Republic dug up someplace or other. I got the holocron, now all I have to do is get out of this place.
You wouldn't happen to have this holocron on you?
Don't worry. It's safely hidden in my robes. The holocron's a map. It's supposed to point to a powerful weapon of the dark side that's hidden here on Balmorra. The weapon's mine if I find it, which I will, now that you're here to free me.
I'll free you if you give me the holocron.
Ha! I'm not afraid of you. I'm injured, but I'm still Sith. I found the holocron. It's mine. Now let me out of here.
I can't make a dark side choice because I'll go back into dark alignment.
I'm really too kind.
Looks like you and my old man are one of a kind. Both weak. I'll be sure to tell him what you did for me. Maybe he'll reward you.
Yeah, colleague. I still appreciate what we have. But yeah, with Deathfield, that would have been cool too. That'd be very cool. Also, think of it this way. It would be a pretty solid way to nerf a sorcerer, to take its range away from it. Like, not that a sorcerer needs, you know, nerfing. Like, every sorcerer watching this stream disliked that. Like, fuck this guy. Just increase the damage of it or something. I don't know.
It was a pleasure meeting you as well.
You just don't get it, do you?
The combat is a turn-off for you? Oh, man. I love the combat in KOTOR. I think it's great. I'm sorry, Sammy. You have played it, but you're not used to the controls. Yeah, it's different. I'll give you that. You know, it's not the norm. But, how could I make it appeal to you? Okay, let's try something. Like, I'm not saying, you're wrong and you should be enjoying KOTOR. That's not what I'm trying to say here. Even if it is the truth. Anyways, I'm just going to show you, hopefully, some, like, fluid combat. And then I'll kind of explain it to you, I suppose. And then we'll see where we go from there. And if I'm boring you, just tell me to get back to SWTOR. See if we can find one. Okay, sure, let's check this one out. This'll do. That's loud. Let me turn that down. I am excited for the remake, but I'm more excited for the cutscenes than anything. Oh, Sork's like our range. Yeah, I know you do. Like, the moment I said that, every Sork got triggered. I just know it. Hey, what's up, Yog? How you doing? Alright, so we'll check out this quick scene. This is spoilers, of course. Bearing in mind, this is a pretty long-ass game. You've probably forgotten what's happened here. You don't really know the context of it. So I guess let's just mute the sound. And just pay attention to the combat. Forget everything else you see on screen. So, at the bottom left here, so basically the point I'm trying to drive here is when you get to like a much higher level in the game, you get a lot more options. And those options give you a lot of creative freedom when fighting different mobs or different enemies. You can take a different approach to like almost any situation. Like you can go in and stealth, you can place mines down all around your opponent, you can line of sight them and just use range, you can use blasters. Like legitimately, you can do a full playthrough of this game using blasters only. It is possible. So if you wasn't into like the lightsaber combat and you wanted to be like a Mandalorian role player or something instead, that's doable. Like you can just ignore the force elements or just only take force abilities that are useful to you, like force heal and force speed and shield, battle meditation, that kind of thing, right? So he's putting a buff on there. Energy resistance, force immunity, and then here are items that you can use. So shield items. So much like in an MMO, you're applying your buffs. You're applying your stims. Yeah, to be fair, I guess it's kind of hard to not know what happens in KOTOR, right? Alright, so let's just get past that. So, the basic precipice for the combat is that it is turn-based. Each character will take a single turn, doing a single action each per round, right? And you can pause at any time and change up what you're doing. Like at the bottom here, there's a queue. You can queue up to 4 different things that you can do at a time. You'll apply stims and buffs. Well, obviously, you don't need to apply your buffs anymore, but, you know, stims and adrenals and stuff like that are obviously useful. Yeah, so you queue up your abilities, like up to 4 here. Prepare yourself before you go into combat. So he's against a lightsabered opponent here. An enemy of the Sith, it would seem. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Some people who can increase their like speed and stuff can sometimes get 2 attacks in one turn. Sometimes you can make your opponent have to wait longer for their next turn. Like maybe you used a stun, you know, like force stasis, or maybe you used force crush, and that makes them have to wait like half a second longer for their next turn. There's just a lot of intricate things to it. I won't go too much into this, but what I'm trying to say is yes, the combat does suck. You're actually kind of right, especially at the beginning, but that's true for most games, really. Like, most games do kind of suck at the beginning when you don't have many abilities, you're a low level, you haven't spec'd into, like, any particular path, and, you know, you don't have much. And I understand why that's a barrier for some people in KOTOR, because it's different in the way that it does it. But if you give it a chance, you know, then get to, like, level 20 or something, and get yourself a decent amount of things, and you might start to feel differently, because the game offers you the opportunity to approach the situations in the way that you actually want to approach them, versus right in the very beginning of the game, you are forced to use a particular weapon, a particular outfit for so many levels. Like all the way, like in KOTOR 2, you start with the plasma torch, and if you're lucky, you'll find a double-bladed vibroblade, which I think you can find a double-bladed vibroblade. This is obviously if you're not using mods. So you've got that for ages, and then your other options are like mining lasers and stuff. So you are limited, and I understand that, which is why a lot of people like to play with mods, including myself. I like to play with mods. I'll start with a lightsaber on Paragus, like, just because. Why would I not do that? It's more fun. Yeah, definitely give it a chance. Just give it a nice little chance, you know. Actually read some of the stuff that's happening on screen, and don't let yourself get overwhelmed. You know, like, don't look at it and be like, oh, this is so much stuff. Just instead use the tools that you've got in front of you at that current time. If you've only got a vibro sword, then just use that vibro sword for as long as it takes until you get your next weapon. Because trust me, you will find the opportunity to get another weapon. You will eventually construct a lightsaber, which is awesome. Everybody should experience that at least once in KOTOR. That's kind of true, Asami, but it's also kind of not true. But I won't elaborate.
Hey! If it isn't the hero of the hour. I just heard from my son. I knew you wouldn't fail me. I was hoping you'd come back to base so we could catch up.
Excuse the
But he
dogs.
said he was busy. Do you think he's okay?
He will do what he wants, and he can handle himself.
Ah, I see. Important Sith business, eh? Well, the Sith are the heart of the Empire. But you're not interested in any of this family stuff, I bet. You're here for your serum.
Is it ready for me to use?
Sure is. But I think Dr. Tirek here wants to have a word with you first. Dr. Tirek will fix you up with the serum and explain what we know about it.
Another thing to keep in mind about Knights of the Old Republic is the game at its core element is motivating you and wanting you to actually play as your companions as well. So if that's something you've not been doing before, then that's definitely something you should start doing. Like swapping between your companions and setting up their Q bars for doing different stuff and giving them different weapons and different armors, because that's really fun too. Like, believe it or not, Knights of the Old Republic is way more customizable with its companions than this game. Like, you can actually choose how your companions level up. You can do an auto level up, which admittedly I do most of the time, but you can level them up manually and choose and determine their playstyle too. So like, you get Atan Rand. Atan Rand isn't restricted to using blaster pistols. Like, if you had that companion, you're like, I don't want a companion with blaster pistols. You could change him up and you could make him melee, or you could give him a blaster rifle. You could even eventually give him a lightsaber. You can train him, which is awesome. Right, where am I going now? Here. No? Wait, what? Back in there? Did I miss something?
So let me get this straight. You kidnapped me away from the Republic so that you could go skinny dipping in a toxic waste pit?
I expect to be wearing my robes.
All right, well, I suppose it's none of my business. You're aware that this serum has never been tested on humans, right? I mean, it should work, but it was designed for colicoids.
You let me worry about that.
Look, I'm just trying to warn you. This serum could kill you before you even begin. And it might not be the most comfortable of deaths.
Thank you for warning me.
All right. Well, I warned you. I can't expect to change a Sith's mind. This vial contains enough of the serum for about 5 doses, but I'd use it sparingly. You'll have to fight through the main Republic base to get to the vault, but that's the least of your worries. The colicoids around the vault are the real concern.
As promised, you may have your freedom, Doctor. Thank you.
What? You're not serious? I mean, you're Sith. You can't be serious. You'll let me go back to the Republic?
You're making me have second thoughts.
Look, you'll know I'll never make it out alive. So if you're serious, you'll authorize a shuttle for me out of here.
I haven't got time for this.
Just let me get the transport officer on the holo here. There we go.
Dr. Tyrek, Sith, Captain Rollo at your service. What can I do for you?
Oh man, you could like hard betray him right now. Oh, that's so tempting. But I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed. It's not fair.
I'm authorizing a shuttle for the good doctor.
Yes, right away.
Thank you, my lord. You're a strange sort of Sith, but I appreciate it. You know, if you ever want to come over to the other side...
What exactly are you asking me?
I don't think I'm ready to go that far.
Yes, my lord. Of course.
Nice. Ah, we don't have room for it. Great. Oh man, I can't watch the sequel trilogy. It's an absolute mockery of the franchise, man. Just the mere fact that any of them can force heal is an absolute jerk. Cool. Warzone would be better? Yeah, maybe. I need to get this story done now. Am I sub to SWTOR? I am not a sub to SWTOR, no. I've actually been listening to the Darth Maul audiobook recently, and it's actually Sam Witwer who narrates it, and it's awesome. But he narrates it so well that I fall asleep when I listen to it in bed. But damn, it's good. Welcome to the preferred gang. He does do it perfectly. Has it glitched out again? Did I go to the wrong place? It did. God damn it. Oh wait, I don't have one up there. Do I? Is it this one? Wow. So by the way, Charlie. That was a long trip. Don't actually have any modifications in my lightsaber. What colour lightsaber should we use? Do you think purple? General Kenobi. What's up, Moab? Welcome back, welcome back. My favourite class story is probably Sith Inquisitor. Today. Purple or magenta? No, use red. Ben used red in all 3 books. Yeah, but I'm not actually Ben. I mean, I know the name is Ben. Yeah. I know, this is confusing. This is confusing. I suppose I am actually Ben. But I'm not, because I'm the Sith Inquisitor. What about the Violet Corona? Requires artifact equipment authorization. Imagine not being allowed to equip something that you paid for. Oh man. Why am I over... God damn it. What is going on with these taxes? Bruh. Right, give me a QT. Give me a QT. Stupid taxes. You can't even equip a tactical. Dude, that's painful, man. Absolutely painful. Previously authorized by subscription on some of this. Wow. I genuinely can't believe that. That's crazy. Such money-grabbing whores, man. I think my favorite expansion was probably also Shadow of Revan. However, my favorite content update was the Dread War, because wow. 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 Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, I mean, I would choose Coffee and KOTOR after the fact. But, yeah, the Dread Wars was peak, man. It was the peak of content. Unlimited. Leaving purple loot on the floor. How many people are triggered? Imagine not using the blue or purple, Joe. You know, I think I unlocked my throne recently. Did I? I think I did. No, I didn't. Wow. Oh well. A wall. Well, they didn't think that through very well, did they? Yeah, I don't think anybody likes how the class stories merged. It's understandable why it was done. Doesn't mean that we have to like it. It would have been somewhat better if the Republic was completely separate. Like, way more separate. But that would be hard to do. For them. Travel to Vault 305. We're playing Fallout now. Hey, what's up, MD? Oh yeah, totally agree. Again, another thing that they failed to do. Yeah, the Alliance alerts, to be fair, wasn't a terrible system. And it was a pretty convenient way to separate endgame from anything else. For, like, additional PvE stuff. Yeah, so they totally should have done more with Alliance alerts. You completed all of them. I think I still have a few left to do. But I forget which ones I made progress with and which ones I didn't, so... I probably have to play it safe and just do it on my assassin or something. Absolutely, MD. I think that's what frustrates us more than anything, right? The fact that we see the potential, and then nothing happens with it. You always want it to be something big. Your PM changes. Who's your favorite, the lady or the Indian guy? You talking about Rishi? I'm actually not sure what his ethnicity is. Pretty sure he's British though. He's got a pretty strong London accent. Anyways, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I know you want to ban Nightbot. Yeah, I don't prefer either of them. And since this is YouTube, probably best if I don't give an opinion on politics, because they might ban me for saying something they disagree with. Yeah, there's just no guarantee anymore, right? Like, nothing's safe. Climb up. Oh, I remember this mission. You gotta jump into like a hole in the ceiling and then fight a big colocoid. Flashbacks to the gun debate in Sam stream. Yeah, I know, right, Mario? I've actually complained to Twitch a couple of times now. Because sometimes I'll load up the Twitch homepage. Like, I'll do it right now. Let's see what happens. Like, I'll load up Twitch. Let me see what comes up. Alright, see, it's doing much better now. Clearly, it's doing much better now. Because this is actually maybe people that I might watch. That's Elden Ring, Apex, Valorant. I maybe might watch some of that. What used to happen is whenever I loaded up Twitch, is like this full row here, this first row, would all be like naked women. Like, no joke. It was literally women in 1% cloth. 1% cloth. 99% flesh. In hot tubs. Like, drinking or smoking. Like, with other people being very flirtatious, very innuendo-y. The chat was being, like, incredibly cringe. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, is this Twitch? Or is this Pornhub? Because I can't tell the difference. Like, holy shit. It was really bad. Like, I genuinely put a complaint in with Twitch. Because I'm not going to go to Twitch if that's what they're going to show me on the front page. That's not what I go to Twitch for, man. Well, I'm glad to see that they've made improvements with it, at the very least. But, yeah, that used to happen quite a lot. Like, I was genuinely amazed, like, how these people were able to stream their content. Like, I'm sure they're all nice people, yeah, I get it, they're nice people, blah, 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 blah. But, there's a line. There is a fucking line. Don't cross it. Damn, Asami. Damn. I remember this mission. I remember struggling to defeat the boss at the bottom. I've come back 10 years later. This is literally the first time I've been back here in 10 years. No joke. I'm not joking. First time. We are gonna absolutely whoop this boss's ass. Well, that's what you get for standing on a platform. I've done enough SWTOR to not be tricked by this. I know what to do. Now you want to play this. I'm sorry. Who put that there? Did you guys see that? There was a canister right there that said hazardous material. It exploded and then it injured the colocoids that were currently stood in hazard material. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the developers of Star Wars: The Old Republic. Cue the music, please. Alright, there is no music, but eventually. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, should it have healed them? I'm confused. Blood hole detected. It could be different chemicals. Maybe. It's just funny though. Chem doesn't care. It's actually quite nice lighting, isn't it? It makes him look really menacing. That's a very menacing looking Chem Val. Should we take a screenshot of that? That's nice. Ah, Goddess came in with a roast. Damn. Alright, let's whoop this thing's ass. Who? I don't remember this. Get it. Nice. That's what you get. That's what you get. So all the grief that you caused me nearly 10 years ago. Literally had to Google how to beat this boss. Mutated Colicoid Broodmaster. I remember. I genuinely punched that into Google. How to beat it. Step into the acid? Yeah, sure. Bro, this acid ain't nothing. I'm a Dark Lord. I could bathe in acid, man. I do. I do bathe in acid. Look at Chem. Chem's just like, ah, not this shit again. Come on, man, just get up. That's actually a pretty cool cutscene. I like those cutscenes. Nope. Hey, what's up, Grim? Welcome back, my friend. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, legit. Chem's just so fed up with my shit at this point. We will upgrade our outfit as we go, by the way, so that we actually, like, you know, roleplay as the Sith Acolyte apprentice.
Hey, Sith! Leaving us for good, eh? Got what you came for, I take it?
I appreciate the help.
The Sith are the heart of the Empire, I always say. Anyway, we wanted to see you off, give you a pat on the back and a little parting gift.
You're too kind. Really.
Safe travels, Sith. It was a pleasure working for you. And thanks again for saving my son.
Okay then. Give me a stim. God damn, we're done with Balmora already. See that? That's how you do content. Took us nearly an hour to do just a story on Balmora.
Galaxy will continue trembling at your approach if it knows what's good for it, Master.
It's the kind of content you need in a game.
I do.
Imagine how much longer we could have stayed there if we did every side quest. All the heroics, and then further down the line, the bonus series. Yeah, I'm not doing a dark side run. We're actually aiming for the neutral ending. So, if anything I could do with making maybe at least one more light side decision.
I've found the artifact.
Excellent. I trust Major Bessico was a good help. I've traced another artifact to Nar Shaddaa, but I'm still trying to locate the other two. I'll see what I can learn while you're on Nar Shaddaa. Now hurry. There can be no gain without haste.
Yeah, that's what we're going for, the Darth Oculus ending. Cool. Got a new lightsaber and something else, an XP boost, or whatever. Yeah, might as well swap it out. At least now it's red. He's such an asshole, he was never going to save him. You have neutral alignment and 0 points. Hell yeah, Sammy. Alright, let's go to Nar Shaddaa. How does the stream look, by the way, guys? I'm actually streaming in 1440p today. I wonder if the stream looks better at all. Awesome. Nice. Good to know, good to know, good to know.
Apprentice, you've reached Nar Shaddaa safely. Good. Don't let the glittering towers fool you. Misery and desperation rule the slums below. And desperation can drive people to many things. Remember that in your attempts to recover the artifact here.
You believe I can use these people's hopelessness against them?
Their need for answers should serve you well. The artifact, a pendant called the Eye of Tulak, belongs to the Sith Lord Palladius. He's lived here many years, converting Nar Shaddaa's poor and suffering into zealous followers. His own cult.
I remember Darth Palladius. Hey, what's up, Dee Dee?
He sounds like a very cunning man. I admire that.
Cunning, devious, persuasive, yes, and atrociously stubborn. Palladius leads his cult from seclusion, but you can draw him out. I've contacted 2 of his former cult members. They're in hiding now, fearing retribution, but hungry for revenge. They should prove useful.
I'm certain they will.
I have encouraged their cooperation with the assurance that once Palladius is gone, the cult is theirs to lead. Circumstances change, of course. Do whatever you feel is necessary with Palladius and his cult. The artifact is all that matters.
Ah, man. Yeah, it's probably true, Charlie. Meet with Destrus Velan. Destrus Velan. Going the wrong way. I pity the fool. Wait, it's Mr. T that says that. Hard for you to not see Barris as a fool.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
Yeah, yeah. He did have a pretty stupid plan, but it did take us to expose it. It was so stupid that it nearly worked. Hey, that's awesome, DD. On both accounts. How was the concert? Yeah, epic. Pretty good progress on Blender, actually. And hopefully I'll be able to share that in some videos coming up. Hopefully you'll be able to tell what's made in Blender, what's not. That sort of thing. We'll see how that goes. See how it goes. I would show you some stuff, Epic, but I don't know how to send you something now. I suppose I can do the reputation thing while I'm here. So 21 pilots with a friend. Hey, that's pretty cool.
Jongawika? Nicho.
Some mangoes and bananas. He's talking about the 3D application, which I assume you know. Hey, no worries, Sammy. Appreciate you hanging out. And I'll catch you soon, catch you soon. Yeah. You have reached your weekly cap. Which is what, again? Okay. Hey, what's up, Silas? How you doing? Loved the Darth Zana video? Hell yeah, man. Glad you liked it. Couldn't have done it alone, though. My friend Luke and the Goddess Demoness were a big help on that. You like making Hark and Neil? I think we'll do that, you know.
Oh, Destress, dear brutish Destress. And Riley, so beautiful and intelligent. You were like children to me, which is why it pains me to do this.
You can cut the act, Palladius. You never cared about any of your children.
We don't need a tyrant for a father.
Ah, well said. Marvelous last words. Truly, I expected nothing less, which is what makes this so hard. Now, if you'll excuse me, my other children would like to play with you.
Ah, we're fighting.
What have we here? The cavalry, looks like. Appreciate the help, but I had it under control.
Tagasar Jais embarks prize warperen swase ikbus karadida.
Easy, Destress. This isn't some holo you're talking to. My lord.
I'm not a king, Riley.
You are most kind, my lord.
There was a lady Sith a while back, Darth Sash. Said she'd send someone to help us out. You it?
I'm not going to help you. You're going to help me.
Of course that's what he meant, my lord.
Yeah, sure, either way. So long as Palladius is made to swallow dirt. Said we'd make a, a mighty sword and strike against our enemies? It was all lies. It was all lies. But you win the support of the poor, you knock Palladius's legs out from under him.
The masses will worship me by dawn.
Get them the way Palladius did. Find the biggest, most vicious gang on the block and crush them. Right now, the gang's the Kraits, named after the Krayt dragon on Tatooine. Their leader, Sabin, thinks he's descended from one. Take out Sabin, and the masses will see you as a regular hero.
He'll need to be a dragon if he hopes to stand against me.
With all respect, taking out the Kraits wins you followers only until the next gang rises up. But there may be another way. A plague called the Rot afflicts the poorest of Nar Shaddaa's poor. But it can be cured, and the person who does so will be regarded not just as a hero, but as a prophet.
I believe people who are force sensitive are, some, not all, are able to just automatically translate and speak to people, like as if they're able to just understand them. Obviously that doesn't go for everyone, but yeah, education's a big thing as well in the Star Wars universe. You might not realize it, but the way the young get educated in the Star Wars universe is, to be fair, like kind of on par with a genius. So, you know, just think about it. Like your average day citizen who's like a mechanic on hovering and flying vehicles and shuttles and laser doors and security systems, like these people are pretty smart, like just on the average level.
Profit. Now that's more to my taste.
I'm glad you approve, my lord. The cure to the Rot is owned by Titus Neutronics. You'll have to steal it from their warehouse, then distribute it.
In this case, I'd rather be loved than feared.
Good, but be careful. The warehouse is heavily guarded, but if you can steal the cure and distribute it in the Corellian sector, you'll own the lower classes.
Alright then. Even people on backwater planets like KOTOR. I mean, it's probably still very circumstantial. I would admit that. Not everyone's going to have access to the same education everywhere, so it will be circumstantial. But, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think maybe one of the only ways to think about it is, like, if we ourselves, if the human species was a multi-species race, like where aliens came to our planet and aliens started living with us and that kind of thing, eventually we would learn each other's languages, like just as we live among each other. And that's probably also part of it. It would be necessary for some communities as well. Like, imagine a community that was half one alien, half another alien. Like, they would be forced to work together, right? And communicate somehow. Sooner or later, everyone will adapt. Yeah, I agree with that. At some point. Epic. We said we wouldn't talk about that on stream. Shh. They're always watching us, man. Always watching.
Well done. Please select an available travel route.
Maybe I do advocate for alien rights. How does one understand a droid? I mean, some people understand binary and software coding and stuff, so that's probably just as impressive. I mean, if you can understand visual zeros and ones, then you can probably understand audible zeros and ones, right? Which is probably just what an astromech droid is doing when it's beeping. It's probably just beeping out zeros and ones in binary or something. That's interesting, actually. I wonder what that actually is. I wonder if there's actually a thing to it behind the astromech noise. Interesting. Could you imagine if everyone on a planet did know English? Or just if everyone on a planet knew one language? We would become very efficient. And there would be a lot less wars. I can tell you that much. Simply being able to communicate with one another would prevent so many wars. Yeah, the dogs get excitable during the day. There's not much I can do about it, I'm afraid. It seems everybody knows BASIC. Yeah, Galactic Basic. Yeah. When a hut speaks BASIC, it freaks me out. That is actually a really good question, MD. It is a very good question. Right. And the explanation is actually quite simple. So, best way to describe it, right? I'm a Force user. I'm stood here. And then over here, there is a ranged user, right? Like a bounty hunter or something. Maybe wearing some Beskar armor or something, right? Now, me, as a Sith, as a Force user, if I want to do a Force attack against my opponent, realistically, I can't just go like that. Actually, yeah, that works quite well. I suppose the game's portraying it quite well. So when I do this, you see that? You see that, like, 0.8 seconds of me just putting my arms out? Yeah, in that time, you've already been shot in the face. Like, think about it. Realistic situation. Boba Fett's in front of you. You charge up your Force Storm attack. He already drew his weapon and shot you in the face, and you're dead. So you've got to think differently, because the reaction speed of your opponent is also incredible. Just because they're not using Force Choke and Force Lightnings and things like that themselves, doesn't necessarily mean that you should use it. You should only use the Force when your opponent is either unsuspecting or you can clearly overwhelm them. That's why Jedis and Sith don't just randomly start Force choking each other in the middle of a fight. Or sometimes they do, like when they're taken by surprise. But usually they don't do it because each opponent is prepared for the attack. Therefore, they prod each other's defenses first with lightsabers, see how good they are, because ultimately, how good you are with a lightsaber is also how good you are at using the Force. So, if you can beat them in lightsaber combat, you can probably also beat them in Force technique. Usually. But, yeah, just the point being, when you're a Force user, it's not instant. Using the Force isn't an instantaneous thing. There is a very slight delay between you thinking thing and then the thing happening. So when you're against somebody who's using a blaster that can shoot you in the face within 0.8 seconds, you need to think differently about your fights. You can't just, you know, do a thing. Well, you could, but it all depends, doesn't it? Like, there's a lot of what-ifs in that scenario, so you're taking risks. So you gotta think about it differently, and that's the reason why some gun users are very good at taking down Force users, because Force users assume that they can beat the gun user, and the gun user will use that to their advantage. Or like, they're clearly going to try and use a Force attack against me. I'm going to use my jetpack immediately, move out of the way of this Force blast, and shoot them in the face. And they're going to be like, huh? Because they didn't expect it. Because they were arrogant. Never underestimate your opponent. What am I doing here? Am I curing people? Ugh, that's disgusting. Who am I curing? Just random citizens? Corellian citizen? That's true, you can still use your arms when being jerked. Yeah, you never want to be a target in plain sight. Who am I looking for? You, maybe? Where are these diseased citizens? Oh, there's one. It doesn't have a nameplate on it, that's why I can't see it. What nameplate is this? Friendly NPCs? Alright, here we go. Now we can see them. Grievous has quite a few advantages. Yeah, it really does boil down to speed, reflexes, circumstance, skill, and definitely use of the Force. The Force can be with a person who is not a Jedi or a Sith, which is another thing to keep in mind. Like, it's meant to be implied that the Force is with people like Han Solo, because they are so good. Like, you know how Kenobi says there's no such thing as luck? That's kind of the implication, I feel. Like, the Force is with those people. Like, it's with Princess Leia. It's with Han Solo. To some extent, it's with Lando Calrissian. To some extent, it's with Finn. You know? The Force is with extraordinary people in different ways. In the Bane trilogy, the audiobook, there is a healer who is Force attuned, but not to the light or dark side, but to nature. So think about that, and then think about what else you could be attuned to.
My lord, I wanted to apologize for Destra's earlier.
It's with Nup Nup. Nup Nup.
No need to apologize, and no need to call me Lord.
I confess, I was worried when Destra said we were getting the help of a Sith. I thought you'd be like Palladius, self-obsessed and cruel, but no, you're kind.
I can be quite tender when I want to be.
For some reason, I believe it. Anyway, if we want to make a stab at taking over Palladius' cult, we need a real headquarters. Somewhere you can speak, hold meetings. I hope you don't mind, but I took the liberty of finding a place.
So I said I'm gentle, and then she said, I bet you are gentle. Now, about taking over this cult. That segue was amazing. Only in a game like this.
You've done well. Now tell me about this place.
The place is called the Stroll House, for a charity worker named Deacon Stroll. The people look to him as a leader. He's been dead nearly a decade, but his name still means something. And I thought it couldn't hurt to have his name associated with yours.
Okay, so the Force being midichlorians and not an outside presence, that... Look, it's all up for interpretation here, really. Like, Disney isn't going to explain this to you. George Lucas probably isn't going to explain it to you in a fashion that you want to hear. So, realistically, it's up for interpretation between which part of the Star Wars timeline you want to look at, I suppose. So, for me personally, I would just respect the canon aspect of that within each era. So, like, for the Old Republic era, I would... how can I put it? In the Old Republic era, I would go by probably what Kreia says, and that's Kreia believes that the Force has a will. It imposes a will upon others to accommodate some kind of balance within the universe. And that was Kreia's point and her perspective on the Force, which is probably the best one you're going to get, to be fair.
A well-known location can't hurt either.
I'd considered that as well. It's both well-known and accessible.
So what's the story of this Inquisitor? So, the treaty has been signed. The Civil War has obviously been raging on, as usual. Empire needs new Sith Lords in their ranks, so they recruited some slaves with potential in the Force, aka me. I get recruited. I get recruited later on by a Darth, and I'm now her acolyte apprentice. And currently I'm doing her bidding and running around and collecting artifacts from Tulak Horde's era. Also, this is Tulak Horde's pet that I've got with me. Awesome stuff. Hey Kem, say hi to the camera. Yeah, he's a little camera shy, but you get the point. He's a shadow assassin. He's pretty lethal. But I won't spoil the story much for everyone, because we're gonna go through it. Have you guys seen that, have you seen that skit?
Talking about midichlorians. I've been wondering, what are midichlorians?
It's heroin.
Oh, there you have it. Ah, brilliant. You can't really argue with Master Qui-Gon. Brilliant.
Please select an available travel route.
I'm such a child for laughing so much at that. He is ugly as fuck, but hot. We're talking about Kem. I agree. It's not much, but it's an honest answer. You wanna wanga?
Naguta tan kuikuta. Ikuiktuk bamba?
I don't believe we've met.
Noto tichu, dajaska, nisubo gobae. Pombo gek dusta badawanga, sapting wampa. La hagwa kilia jakoska. Paguta palko.
How did you find this place?
Wama wonka mituske wana wa da bloto wijawa. Yobana pihota mindia.
Mapakawan.
That was Garnock. You defeated Palladius' right-hand man. You should hear it. They're calling you the Great Healer after your little trick curing the rot. Look what I found outside.
My lord, for helping to cure our families and neighbors of the rot, we humbly present you with this gift.
Already the masses bow to me.
We are honored to serve you, my lord.
Isn't this great? Cure one lousy disease and you already got Palladius scared and people lining up with presents.
No time for celebrating, Destris. Palladius isn't resting. He's called a big meeting at Meridian Hall. If we don't act, he'll rally his cult and stop our whole operation dead.
Sounds like the perfect opportunity to present the virtues of my own cult.
With all respect, these are Palladius's most faithful we're talking about. We need to show that you have more power in your little finger than Palladius has in his... Wait, I've got it! It's a crazy idea, but what if you showed that you could move the city itself? Make a groundquake?
I walk into Palladius's speech and make the very ground shake. I like it.
What have you been putting in your soup, Riley? Nobody can just make this moon shake.
Stick with me here. You know the gas pipes that run under Meridian Hall? Well, what if we blow up those pipes?
Whoa, you got brains, girl. I know just the guy to set it up. Gord Maydell in the Nar Shaddaa Works Administration. Takes bribes on the side. He'll rig you something up, no problem.
I can't wait to see the look on Palladius's face.
Gord works at the NSWA office in the Duros sector, not far from Meridian Hall where Palladius is holding his big broadcast. You just tell him old Destris sent you.
Alrighty then. Imagine if that guy met the Emperor. He'd probably melt in the Emperor's presence. Head to Gord Maydell's office, which is at a place. You guys know what's happening. You know what's happening. Feel like pina coladas.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
Make little Sith babies. Ashara Zavros, yeah.
Kakimem panino, am kabina bekmeno kimgam. Kambujakinano, kinama am kabina wam karak.
Kikuna mo, uban chone alipa, istin koto.
Raka kemyu am kamnemnu, namgan bak umnok kijak. Laboram amga, mamni nikad. Nagnaya mamni kamgam.
Some kind of glitch on screen.
Obey or perish.
Umnuk inumemnu, amka kammem, perolak palak.
Vader has a female Anakin.
Kumia yang mem gamba paka. Bomo gala apayang. Nilama ini amka amgap.
What does taking bribes from a gangster get you? Promoted?
Nayanam ramkam. Kala amka mani. Livik bak. Kam perim ganam. Bagiyang. Manik hikupukam. Memyuka hal krama. Niknoga nalalu memnulak.
I'm sure they'll understand.
Yukaki mem panino. Amka bina bek memnu kimgam. Umnuk inumemnu, amka kammem, perolak palak. Yang perlu amka, kalami nayakira, nebua ripok.
I am most grateful.
Kam perem ganam, bagiyang, manik hikupukam.
You have to be pretty strong in the Force to make somebody actually do that, you know. Because Force persuasion usually doesn't last very long. Like, you do it, and then a little bit down the line, they kind of realize and go, hang on a minute. So you got to be pretty strong to make somebody actually perform an action before they realize what they're doing. Also, they're pretty weak-minded at the same time. Let's not ignore that fact. Exactly. Exactly.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
I don't think I knew that about Kalia. Is that something you learn in, like, a companion mission for Kalia? Yeah, I was just about to say, I guess it kind of makes sense because they're consulars, right? That they get more force persuasion options. I'm not really sure why it makes sense, but it does, right? Consulars are more of the force users. Oh, is that in the Firebrand mission in Coffee? Nice. You probably didn't try force persuasion on her. Yeah, Sith Inquisitor is a force lightning. Sith Warrior is Chirk. I'll get your lightsaber out and threaten him with that. Bounty Hunter is punch someone in the face. What does the Smuggler do? Do they pistol whip people? Do they punch people? Smuggler do anything like that? I don't remember. Whack them in the side of the head with a 2x4 rock, yeah. Smuggler got the most flare options. That kinda doesn't surprise me. Wait, did I go past? I did go past. Sticking that lightsaber in. This will be a cool cutscene. Yeah, actually quite a nice room. Do we have these decos? We got those in game yet? That looks alright. Like a statue. Do we have this? We have those lights. We have those hanging crates. Hey, was it SWTOR, bro? Ceiling lights. Look at how big this rug is. How come we can't get a rug this big? I want this one. That's massive. This is perfect. I need it. Can we get that rug? Like, in that size? Look at the size of this one. That one's even bigger. And this one. Basic metal couch.
There is only one law for the weak as well as the strong, and that is power. For too long, the weak of Nar Shaddaa have grown soft in the luxury of their towers, while the strong have wallowed in chains. But I tell you, united, there is no law that can stop you. Take back what is yours. Yeah!
What have you done for me lately?
There are those who would tell you lies, who spread rumors and false promises. Already some among you are lost, having chosen the path of weakness. But you must shun this false messenger. The weak fear your growing strength and have sent him to break it.
He's the one who oppresses you, taking your money and giving nothing in return.
Ah, the deceiver shows his face. Behold, my children. Look how pathetic, how easily crushed by your collective might.
The very ground you stand on responds to my will. Can Palladius do this?
What kind of power is this? The world is ending.
Don't be fooled! It's a trick! Attack the deceiver! Attack!
Wow, they're actually listening to him.
John.
The whole place is on a slant now. That camera work is so weird. See the way the angles change of the slant in the room? That's tripping me out. It's weird, man.
My lord, what happened? How did you... We never met anybody who could do what you did. Not Lord Palladius, not anybody.
Worship me, or the next display of power will be your last.
Of course, my lord. We are most unworthy. But before you send us away, share your wisdom and strength with us, so we can serve you.
Peace is a lie.
There is only passion. Through passion, strength. Through strength, power. Through power, victory.
That's the same line Palladius fed us. I'm sick of these Sith games.
Shut your mouth. The Sith speaks the truth.
Besides, this one does what he says. He cured the rot.
You're right. My lord, we will do as you say. We will forgive and tell others to do the same.
That was great. My guy just kind of like heard what I said and he was like, yeah man, I'll finish the Sith code for you. Excellent. No influence gain. Lovely. Yeah, I don't need to have light or dark side response. I just need to remain neutral. It's hard to tell which way it was angling. It was weird. It's like it was changing perspective depending on which way the camera was facing.
Well done. Please select an available travel route.
Gonna go to my stronghold real fast.
Salons.
I feel like that suits him. We don't need to change the eye color. Alright, let's do that. Cool.
Sith, will you look at this place? Dagon Strel himself couldn't generate this kind of crowd, and neither can Palladius anymore from the looks of it.
I really am the best.
I'm guessing the groundquake was a big help.
My lord, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. They said they'd kill me. They said they'd kill me if I didn't.
Who said they'd kill you?
Palladius's men. They said they'd kill me if I didn't bring you this.
It looks like a hollow device. Let me see here.
Ah, Sith. Good evening. How good to talk to you again. I'm sorry to use such an unconventional method to contact you, but I had to be sure you got the message. You understand?
You have my attention. For now.
Wonderful. You see, I've had a bit of a revelation. When you first attacked my cult, I took it very personally. And then I realized you're Zash's apprentice. All this trouble is just about some silly artifact. Let's let bygones be bygones, hmm? We can meet at my place, in network access. We'll chat. I'll give you the artifact. and all will be mended.
It would be my pleasure to take the artifact off your hands.
I don't like it, and there's no way I'm walking into this guy's house.
I promise. No tricks, or may I die creditless on Tatooine scrubbing a Jedi's back. Take time to consider my offer, but not too long, or my good mood may sour. And bring your friends.
Lying son of a hut. You're not seriously considering it, are you?
Jandam jai hai hayat I proud ja afleta forte ja fragich wahis.
I'm going, Destris, and you're coming with me.
You can get yourself killed if you want, but I didn't keep out of Palladius's reach this long just to walk into his grip.
No, don't you see? Sure, it's probably a trap, yes, but this is our chance to strike at him.
Fine, but I'm going in with both eyes open.
I'm not sure what you mean, James. Do you get access to the skins? You've only ever got access to, like, what you've bought, right? If that's what you mean. You can still use the outfitter. If that was the question. Races? Yeah, so I can still access any race that I've unlocked. But any that I haven't unlocked, like if I move to another server right now, there'll be a bunch of species that I haven't unlocked and it won't let me create a character as them. But I've unlocked a lot of them as it is, so it just lets me choose them.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
I think you have to get to level 50 with a species to be able to unlock it across like other character creation. Like if you get a Sith Pureblood to level 50 or something and completed story, then you can become a Sith Pureblood on the Republic faction, for example, after you do that, which is cool. I like making a Sith Pureblood on the Republic faction because it makes no sense and it's hilarious. I have a Sith Pureblood Scoundrel. Exactly. Wait, what is this? I do not need to be here. What is this treachery? I just went the wrong way. I went the wrong way. Any new armors? Probably not, right? Agile Sentinel. It's a reskin. The hood is from the Sith Anarchist set. This is some IRCAF bullshit. What they tend to have been doing more lately is they'll take elements from older pieces and bring those elements into newer pieces, and I still call them reskins because that is what they are. They are just old reused assets that they've slightly changed and said it's different. Which would be okay, except they're trying to sell you it for 1,440 cartel coins, and that's the problem I have with things like that. Like, if you're gonna sell something, it should be unique, it should have value, it shouldn't be a reused asset. I improve it to you. There it is. Underworld Anarchist is what it was called. Look at that. Hood. Get the back piece and the hood. And then you look at this one. There was barely any difference. Barely any difference. It's just the same shit. Literally.
Sith, Destron, Rachel, I'm so glad you've come. You have made a wonderful decision. Can I offer you anything? A drink? And don't mind Varnock and Sharnock. They never leave my side.
Come to think of it, my lips are a bit parched.
So trusting. So marvelously trusting. But I dare say you've gravely underestimated me. That painful twisting you feel in your gut is your essence draining rather rapidly. And that hollow, sinking feeling, your connection to the Force being severed. Soon, you will be no more powerful than little Denton here, or Ramona.
For that, you will suffer.
Not so powerful anymore, are we? Greater Sith than you have fallen before me. Did you think you were the first to try and steal my cult? I could choke the life out of you right now, but since you seem so very eager, let's settle this with lightsabers.
Oh, that was a bad call, bro. You should have killed me in the cutscene. Like, that's the closest anyone will ever get. Got him.
What? What? How is this possible? You're stronger than any I've faced. Oh, forgive me, my lord. Take the artifact. Just let me live and carry on the cult in your name.
I hate to break it to you, Palladius, but Darth Sash promised the cult to us. You're done.
You're very trusting, Destris. But surely my lord sees the advantage of leaving the cult in my hands. Think of what I could accomplish on your behalf.
My lord, please. Can Palladius really be trusted?
Well, since it's not a dark side option, let's do it.
Killing you will be such fun.
Well, that was every bit as satisfying as I expected. We're in your debt, Riley and me. Only, the thing is, everyone in the cult looks up to you now.
You will run this cult to my exact specifications.
Don't worry about it. You can count on us. I guess I should go rally the cultists before they lose their fervor. Thanks again.
Yes, thank you, Sith. We'd still be hiding in that hole if it weren't for you.
Nice. Snatch it Aden. Yeah, I killed him.
I managed to obtain the artifact from Lord Palladius.
And you gained your own cult in the process, or so I hear. You are quickly becoming quite the cunning Sith.
Flesh of my flesh, listen to me. I cannot linger long. It takes too much out of me to appear here, but I must warn you. Your master, Darth Zash, is plotting something. Whatever it is can mean nothing good for you.
Zash would never hurt me.
You are naive. I have seen Zash making her preparations. She's taken 2 new apprentices, a boy named Carl and a girl named Corin. She's been sending them into the Dark Temple, presumably to confirm that I am gone.
Zash has other apprentices?
Yes. I assume they are meant to replace you. I considered killing these intruders, but I heard them speak of Zash and her desire that the chamber be secure for her work. Soon enough, Zash herself appeared. She comes every day now, studying the place and performing rituals. You are in danger.
Thank you for warning me.
Zash has taught you, crafted you to be everything she needs you to be. Zash knows your weaknesses. You must prepare yourself. An enterprising Sith Lord on Korriban has uncovered a piece of my old armor, my mask. It will protect you against Zash's onslaught. The Sith Lord's compound overlooks the tombs. Go, claim it. Guard yourself against Zash's attack.
I am most grateful.
I cannot guarantee when I will be able to speak with you again. As I said, it is difficult for me to visit you. But I will continue to watch over my chamber in the temple, conserving my energy for when I learn something more.
Ah, the story's so good. We get to get Calig's mask now. Hell yeah. Right, I am just going to quickly stretch my legs and grab a drink. So I will be back in 3 to 5 minutes with some amazing dancing happening on screen in the meantime. So I will be right back. I have returned. Alright then. I think it's time to go get a Lord Calig mask. Travel to Korriban. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. Very nice, very, very, very nice. Favorite armor in the game? Be the outfit that my assassin is wearing. Force Herald upper, Revenant Pursuer mask, Remnant Guard boots, and the rest would be Hot Eyes and Guard. My assassin just looks sexy. Exactly. Alright, let's get this mask.
In here, I thought the Sith were above petty burglary. I wonder what your master would think if she knew you were breaking and entering. Or did she, by chance, send you on this little errand?
This is my own doing.
So I thought. Your master and I hardly see eye to eye, but this isn't her style. Too much risk of getting caught, too little reward. It has all the marks of an apprentice. When Darth Thanaton learns of this, you will be punished.
What if I told you that I believe Zash intends to betray me, and that I need your mask to defeat her?
Already planning to kill your master? Much as I'd like to see her dead, I don't think you'll be the one.
I've killed more powerful Sith than her.
I assume you're referring to Darth SWTOR. Trickery. Of Zash's devising, no doubt. I don't think she'll be so forthcoming about her own weaknesses. But, just for my own amusement, let's see these skills of yours. Saran, Vasek, give Zash's apprentice a proper test.
Let's do it.
So, yeah.
No clipping on the roof. That was worth checking, just in case. Might have been able to get through that roof. And it'd be on the walls thing.
So, you're not all chalk after all. Darth Zash should be very proud. And very afraid. The mask is just an old trinket. But if you really think it'll help you defeat her, take it.
See? Now that wasn't so hard, was it?
Arrogance does not win you any favors.
Nice. I was just inspecting the ceiling, James.
Greetings, Master. I cleaned the vessel from stem to stern in your absence. You can smell the difference.
Apprentice, I know you are very busy, but I must speak with you. I have just had the most amazing dream, and it concerns you.
Don't you have other apprentices to talk to?
Apprentice, I'm sorry. The Dark Council required that I take more apprentices as a sort of punishment for my suspected involvement in Scotia's death. I should have told you myself, but believe me, these others are nothing compared to you.
As long as we're clear on that.
You are irreplaceable, Apprentice. As I said, I just had the most marvelous dream, much like the one in which you pacified the apparition in the Dark Temple. Armies of Jedi rose in your path and fell before you. It's the artifact. It must be. The artifact will give you this power.
What makes you say that?
Only certain individuals, it seems, are properly attuned to the ritual the artifacts describe. I believe the remaining artifacts are on Tatooine and Alderaan. You must hurry and find them. The artifacts are the key to fulfilling your destiny.
I suspect treachery. Nice. Now we have Calig's mask. Will look a bit like a doofus. But it's cool. Alright, where's first? You're 2832. Damn it. Down here. Down here. Alright, Tatooine first.
I see you've made it to Tatooine. Not the most luxurious destination, but trust me, the artifact is close. You'll need to find the pirate Andronicos Revel. He should be quite familiar with this piece.
I've always wanted to meet a real pirate.
Careful. Andronicos Revel's reputation, while never playful, is even less so now. He stole the artifact out of some Sith ruins, but when his crew mutinied, they took it. I sent a cruiser to recover the artifact, but all they found was Andronicos in an escape pod, half mad. We let him stew for a while in Imperial prison, and then released him. He's been hunting his crew down ever since, and we've been watching.
Does this Andronicus know you're using him to get to the artifact?
Does it matter? He gets what he wants, revenge, and you and I get what we want, the artifact. He's never lingered longer than it takes to kill, but Tatooine is different. It's been weeks. I believe Andronicos has found the leader of the mutiny, and with him the artifact. Find Andronicos and you'll find a clear course.
As you say.
Andronicos must have come through the spaceport at some point. Start with the shipmaster. Good luck, apprentice. And remember, every piece draws you closer to your full potential.
We'll just play along for now. Travel to Shipmaster Kavan 8. Talk to Shipmaster Kavan 8. On Tatooine, of course. Let's go. Hey, what's up, Patrius? How you going? How you going? How you doing? How is it going? One of those. Big tub of sweets. Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you. I'm surviving.
Have you heard of a pirate named Andronicus Revel?
Wantahumpa, Murirava Fupa Jipampawula. Patoga Wata Kiko Uba Kiri Wata Buki Donko.
A dual wielding saber staff, could you imagine?
Maybe a bribe will persuade you.
Jata Ninchista Luka. Uba Ziki Danti Ruha. Chikospa Inikudat Ijigliska Chanagawa. Chobot I Kafstuan Dile Jihulo Kuta.
That's hardly your call.
Wo grani tampio da pushi wompa. Pu tula musta. Wompa hupa. Jikilia umpasa do biska. Yinga yinga kijita. Nimni tanuv. Alelo kwekuta.
Don't kick him out because they're scared of him. Nice. That would be interesting, Atreus. People would probably complain now, let's face it. Although it would be cool. A hidden blade lightsaber gauntlet. Now we're thinking.
I'm looking for a pirate named Andronicus Revel.
Ukleugo Chesko Pakurta, Kliska, Taka Yakoska. Hagwabota. Filiska Chanaga Imache, Choranchike.
I'll have a drink then.
Tell me about it, Atreus.
Itsugnanki he Chalangtong Imachechu.
I need to know where I can find Andronicus Revel.
Chaporko Utmangisa ti miti sarona kapana. Kilia umpasa dobiska wompa hupa. Kulirado kanki kong chaskrunki.
You'd better not be lying to me.
Ulia ambuba vifa karibu uta chuba gratawan. O wama wanka mituske o wana tablota wijawa.
Come on, don't be shy. Get up there.
I'm fine down here, thank you.
Nothing like that. You're one of us now. It's a squad tradition.
You know, Kem, we could just stay and watch.
Reg says you know Andronicus Revel.
Monchika Bugnoni Slimo. Te bisa kakuka pe mewata. Wasta micha kolkuka dumaji. Ta ushagwa upa.
You tell me how to get Reg to talk, and I won't kill you.
Tu patula musta. O grangi tampio dume dunka. Faguta giotto endia. Tuana uba kili wata pongidanko padoga lola.
Maybe she was just practicing on her own, you know? Or maybe I paid her. We're gonna go neutral. Gonna try and stay neutral.
This bottle has your name on it. If you tell me where to find a certain pirate.
Wajineko, higadanoila, oka kisa spida per popa. Kaptulia dapota 21 kislim mo payug tachanga.
No Andronicus, no deal.
Yapawakol ka doroni, kuna da wunda donko. Tula musta, wo granitampio, tu pushiwompa.
Don't let it get stuck in your throat. Speak.
Napiska ku, paliya pitiye, potenya go. Korowe niminaka, sonri popa unaguta. Wajineko, higa da noila, oka kiza spida per popa.
Okay. Let's go get him.
Andronicus Revel. I believe you have the artifact I'm looking for.
Webb, folks aren't supposed to know I'm here.
I'm sorry, Andronicus. It was that damn bartender.
Take care of it. Now, Sith, your artifact. I don't have it, and I'm glad. Thing drove my crew insane. They mutinied. I floated 10 days in a disabled escape pod and spent 30 more in Imperial lockup on account of that hunk of rock.
I'm only interested in the artifact.
And I couldn't care less about it. But maybe we could help each other out. The guy who has your artifact is the guy I'm on Tatooine to kill. Silas Wilkes. My old first mate. He started the mutiny, then tossed me into space. Now he's an exchange big shot. He's got your Sith toy.
Perhaps a partnership is in order.
Glad you see it that way. It'll take both of us to get Wilkes. I've been chasing Wilkes halfway across the galaxy. Stole my favorite blasters, not to mention my pride. Lucky thing I got a contact inside the exchange. Only I can't exactly just stroll into the exchange base.
The exchange doesn't scare me.
They don't scare me either. Only I can't shoot lightning from my fingertips. Contact's name is Casey Ricks, old friend who used to be part of my crew. But she, doesn't exactly know I'm here. She's sure to know where Wilkes is hiding. Tell her you know me, and she'll tell you everything.
You must have quite a way with the ladies to produce that kind of reaction.
Let's just say that Casey and me go way back. You get that information, you can do what you want with it. But I'd appreciate it if you came back here first. Me and Wilkes are long overdue for a talk.
Interesting. Only subscribers gain rested experience. Jesus Christ. Not gonna lie, I was a bit worried then. 3% HP. Damn. A little bit further and that would have been death. Nearly.
Looking to upgrade your arsenal? Good hunting.
Don't these guys sell armor anymore? The worst enemy of the Sith is fall damage, you're not wrong. So you can buy different sets at the specialty vendors. some of those actually have a light and dark requirement. Have a bubble. Bubble butt. Actual bubble butt. Yeah. Oop. Hello there.
Size like.
Casey Ricks. Andronicus sent me. He said you know where to find Silas Wilkes.
Andronicus? You mean he's out of prison? He doing alright? And he's after Wilkes. Figures. Andronicus doesn't really forgive or forget. Hey, you're not planning to harm him, are you?
Is it just me, or does this person look like that one maker customization?
It won't be your fault if something happens to him.
I guess that's the best I'm gonna get from you, huh? I'll tell you where to find that son of a hut. In fact, I'll make sure he's there so you can kill him. Wilkes's base is hidden out of Ether's view. Andronicus will know what I mean.
Out of Ether's view. I think I can remember that.
Good. Let me call Wilkes. Make sure he stays put. It'd be a shame for you to storm HQ while he's out.
I'd like to see the famous Wilkes.
He's not that impressive. You just gotta know how to handle him.
Casey, sweetheart, got something to report? Andronicus hasn't turned up, has he?
Oh, sigh. What do I have to do to make you stop worrying about Andronicus?
Well, I could think of a few things. Have you reconsidered my offer?
That's why I called. Are you free in, say, a couple of hours? We could talk about it. In person.
I always have time for you. I'll be right here, sweetheart, whenever you're ready.
Ugh, I hate that guy. Andronicus never went for that eyelash batting junk, but Wilkes is there, so hurry up and kill him.
I found that whole exchange deeply disturbing.
It's not as bad as it looks. A little goes a long way with Wilkes's brand of self-love. But I won't shed any tears when he's gone, to say the least.
Yeah, one of the maker customizations kind of looks like that, I think. I'd have to look at the customization, though. It just reminds me of it. Excuse me. As if there's only one maker skin on the Castle Market? That's weird. Is that weird? It seems weird. Yeah. When's the game gonna give me force speed? Ooh, it's not here. Do I already have it? I do already have it. Hey. How long have I had that for? Is this the level you get it at, I think? Yeah, level granted 7. I had it at level 27, really. I've had it for 3 levels and not none. Crazy. Crazy. And there's my interrupt as well. Very cool.
Tell Reg I can't have any more slip-ups. Wilkes finds out I'm here, it'll be like Rusan all over again.
Yes, Andronicus. Whatever you say.
Go. About time, Sith. This room's feeling a lot like that escape pod. Make me happy. Tell me you found Wilkes.
Casey gave me this datapad.
Good girl, Casey. Good girl. She's bailed me out of more than a few misses. Out of Ether's view, huh? Spineless son of a hut is hiding underground.
Smart place to hide.
I should have thought of it myself. There's a system of caves on the other side of the abandoned farm settlement. I wager that's what Casey meant.
The sooner I get this done, the better.
Just hold on one moment. I'm going with you.
When I said I meant you too.
Sure you did. Looks like she put something else on this datapad. I think I can crack it. Looks like it's an access code. Something we'll need to get into this hidden HQ, probably.
Looks like it could come in handy.
I'm gonna blast Wilkes for every day I spent floating in that escape pod. And then I'm gonna stomp on his bones.
Wair paba, Fraujins in alama patay galakai, in alama amainai.
He's actually upset about this.
I need him to find the artifact.
Ake us erpai wasja us. Patay kuibanist. Ni fragais Fraujan. Kupainana.
I promise this is only for a short time.
Aulas jasirbanas ja taimar paus. Aiklas John launekai in kuda aitin.
Nice. Slowly trusting. Slowly, slowly. Peak of laziness. Quick travel into the speeder, so I can use the speeder to go somewhere. This is where I bought my first mount on Tatooine.
What can I get for you?
It was that one right there. Look.
Come back
The
anytime.
Brickian Striker. This one. It's my first ever mount. Ever.
You won't find a better bargain.
They used to be more expensive than that.
At your service, my lord.
Looks like a vacuum and you'll love it. Hell yeah, man. That's what it's about. Having a junker for your first speeder. Everyone's got to do it.
Thought I'd lost you there.
Hey, what's up, Vegeta? Good morning to you. Hey, it's gone 2 p.m. here, but good morning to you. Hope you're doing well, my guy. $9 a.m. for you? Damn, bro. Somewhere in the States, right? Enjoying Labor Day off? Hell yeah, that's what it's about. Hope you have a really good day, man. Enjoy that break. It's 8 p.m. for you, James? Damn, bro. I don't even want to try and guess where you are, James. I'll get it wrong. I'm really bad at guessing the other side. It's too many places. You're from Asia? That's awesome. What's the internet like there? Do you have really good internet? I always wondered.
I know some guys in the protection business. Want me to set something up?
Do it. I have too much overhead to close shop now.
No? I'm gonna be honest with you, the name James Cross genuinely sounds British. Like, that's a pretty British name. I didn't peg you as somewhere from Asia. Playing SWTOR is stupidly slow. Rip. I feel that though. I used to have bad experiences myself. Used to. Yeah, James Cross. Come on, it sounds British. It's almost as British as James Bond, right? The name's Cross. James Cross.
I lost you there. Wilkes to pieces just as soon as we find him.
Alright. Calm down, Andronicus. You can blast him, don't worry. What about the internet in my area? I will show you. Yeah, it's a little bit lower than usual, actually. But, yeah. Yeah, I've got fiber.
Well, well, Andronicus Revel. I'm surprised they let you out of Imperial prison. And you brought a Sith to help you. How cute. But see these guys? They'll crush you and your Sith.
I'm not cute. I'm deadly.
Let me guess. You're here for the artifact. The one the Empire was so keen on getting just before I crushed Andronicus. Would you believe he called me a nobody? A worthless, mangy, skinny little nobody. So I took his ship, his crew, his cargo, his blasters, and what else? Oh, his girl. Who's nobody now, Nikki?
I'm gonna rip out your throat and laugh while you try to scream.
All of this chatter is making me bloodthirsty.
You'll never beat me, and you'll never get your artifact. Boys, kill the Sith, but keep Andronicus alive. I'll want to play with him a little longer.
Son of a bitch punched me.
You idiots! You'll never get it now. Not the artifact, not the blasters, nothing.
I think we knocked the sense out of him.
You're so stupid. The great Andronicus Rebel chases me across 5 planets only to fail. He even gets a Sith on his side, and they both fail.
Talk sense.
The artifact, it's cursed. It's cursed.
Yeah, I figured that one out.
They took it, just like I took it from you. Took it all. The blasters, the artifact, the money.
I have no idea what you're saying.
The men I sent to guard the cargo, the artifact made them mad, and they took it. They took all of it. You'll never get to them. They went out into the deep desert. They left weeks ago. The Sand People will eat you before you ever catch them.
I've heard enough. Now give me one good reason not to blast your teeth through the back of your skull.
Do it. Maybe he'll finally shut up.
I've been waiting to do this for a long time, Wilkes. Can't say it was nice knowing you either.
I have no regrets, Andronicus. Least of all this.
Idiot. Lost your artifact and my special-made blasters. Just wait until I get my blaster pointed at those thieves.
Less talking, more hunting.
Come on, the sooner we get out there, the better chance we have of showing them thieves what's what.
Nice. He actually said, do it. It's funny. Hey, we finally got Affliction. Wow.
I lost you there.
God damn it.
Good time yet.
This is how we avoid the mobs, avoid the mobs, avoid the mobs. Is it really worth me getting on the speeder? Yeah. That's ages away.
At your service, my lord.
Definitely worth it.
Lost you there.
Okay.
According to this data pad, the thieves had...
Keep talking.
Thought I'd lost you there.
The thieves headed in this direction. Is that all he was gonna say? Okay. Tatooine. You hate the Dune Sea area? It is just kind of lifeless, isn't it? Like a bantha. Especially when doing planet missions. Yeah. I feel it. Yeah, they should have done some like mini bosses out here, which spawned in random areas, like Tusken Raider bosses, and you kill them all and you get an achievement and a Tusken Raider mount of some kind, or a Tusken Raider weapon, or armor set. Just an idea. Tons of cartel coin. Yeah, probably.
This data pad says the thieves went this way. It can't be much further.
Yeah, Vegeta, definitely. A lair boss of a crate dragon. Definitely. There could even be like an outside event for that. Like you have to kill so many Jawas and bring those Jawa bodies to the front of the entrance. And once you've filled it up, the crate dragon comes out to fight. I prefer the assassin. The sorcerer is fun, but the assassin is the assassin. You know, what can I say? Has stealth, a double-bladed lightsaber. Still has force lightning. Usually. No, not the Jawas. Yes. Yes, the Jawas. If not the Jawas, then Banthas then, right? Something. You use Banthas in KOTOR 1, right?
Okay.
Your girlfriend is appalled by my Jawa sacrifice. Brilliant. Kill the Jawas. Just not Blizz.
Stay sharp, Sith. The thieves ran right into the beast's mouth. The Sand People camps.
Okay. Such ominous music.
I lost you there. Idiotic, nerve-hurting sons of huts. They got away.
Of course, Vegeta. Not just the Jawas, but the men. And the women. And every child I saw. What's my favourite and least favourite class? I don't think I have a least favourite class. Because I get on with most classes. There are some classes that I'm not as good with, such as Gunslinger and Sniper. I'm not too great at those classes. But that's more just because I haven't played them as much as I've played the others. But my favourite class, Sith Assassin. Definitely.
We got what we came for. Now let's go.
What? It doesn't bother you? These idiots run off with your artifact and you don't even get to knock them around? I just can't figure you, Sith.
It's enough to know that they suffered.
For you, maybe. I was looking forward to shooting the eyeballs out of their skulls. But you're the boss, huh, Sith? Now are we gonna get off this rock or what?
The sooner the better.
You mind taking me along for the ride? I'm a damn good pilot, and I've got contacts a Sith will never make on his own. It'll be your show, no questions asked.
I'm in charge, and don't you forget it.
I'll take that as a yes, then.
Nice. Yeah, Sith Warrior's always badass. Intimidate your way to everything. And it works. Slaughtering huts in cutscenes, murdering people's parents. Becoming the Emperor's Wrath. Facing Barriss in your finale, in your ascension to master of the dark side. You have mastered the dark side of the Force. It is not enough. It never was.
So you beat Wilkes and made it out of the desert alive, huh? Wilkes doesn't surprise me, but when I heard you were heading for the desert, well, I wasn't expecting to see either of you again.
I brought Andronicus back.
You should stick with this one, Andronicus. You might learn a sense of humor.
Look it, I have a sense of humor.
Relax, it was a joke. Anyway, I'm glad you came, because it gives me a chance to thank you for taking out that runt Wilkes. With some real leadership, maybe the exchange on Tatooine can move ahead for a change.
I am most grateful.
No problem. Anytime, hey. And Andronicos, I'm sorry.
It's alright, huh? We wouldn't have worked out anyway. All that shouting and throwing stuff, somebody was bound to get hurt.
Yeah, right. Well, guess it's goodbye then. Good luck out there.
Murder and mayhem await.
I get the feeling we're gonna make a damn good team, you and me. Let's get off this rock, huh?
Take a shot every time Andronicus says, let's get off this rock. Can I recommend any good Sith armor sets? I mean, like, for sure, but do you want one from the KOTOR market, or just one that you can obtain in-game? Because this is a cool Sith outfit, right? And I got this just by doing the story. So it all depends. Like, where do you want to obtain your armor set from? Do you want to pay for it? Or do you want to get it in-game?
Apprentice, you have recovered the artifact, I take it. Wonderful. Ah, Andronicos, what a pleasure to see you again.
Hello yourself. Looks like you finally found your rock.
Yes, thank you for leading us to it so obligingly. I'm sure you'll be a wonderful asset to my apprentice's crew. Now, apprentice, you must hurry and recover the remaining artifact.
Consider it done.
I look forward to seeing you in your glory.
So just something that you can probably buy from the GTN. So the Shadow Disciple set, this one. is one of my favoured Sith sets. It's got quite a nice aesthetic about it. It's quite a nice cloth material. It's actually got a texture. Yeah, you can buy perks in your legacy which allow you to unlock things on your personal starship. So here, in global unlocks, other, and then inconvenience, you can buy like a bunch of stuff. Cost quite a lot of credits, so it's where you get the rocket boots as well. That thing. That's where you get that. And tactical markers. Improved priority transport. Juices cooldown on like fleet pass and stuff. I think that's in here somewhere. Yeah, right there. Legacy fleet pass. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I like this one. Shadow Disciple. So if you can find that cheap, then that's a pretty good set. It's a pretty good set. Nice. Brand new lightsaber. Okay, so next up is Aldorani. Aldorani. Damn. Anyways, I actually think I am gonna cut the stream here. We've been going nearly 4 hours. That's like 2 or 3 times longer than anticipated. Yeah, like just force levitate. Just float around. Like the Emperor or something. That'd be so cool. That'd be really cool. I still don't know why they haven't given us like a blinking teleport on the Sorcerer. You know, like how Jadis could teleport? Give that to the Sorcerer. Have them be able to just yoink 10 meters in front of themselves or something. That'd be cool. Right, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. I will bid you farewell. And I shall catch you guys the next time I go live, which will quite possibly be later tonight, to be fair. So we'll see how that goes. We'll continue some story. We'll see. Yeah, maybe it is just phase walk, but it's cooler when you do it like a teleport. We can all agree. We can all agree. Yeah, definitely, Mesa. Mask isn't for everyone. That's to find your own choice, maybe. Perhaps. Alright then, guys. I will catch you guys very soon. Peace. Why didn't my emote work? Not allowed to use /farewell without subscription? What kind of bullshit is this? Alright, guys. Peace out. And I'll see you soon. See you soon. See you soon.